structure was still in place until September of 19. So we actually took over at the October 19 board meeting.
Okay, who's the previous actuary?
The firm was Chiron.
Okay. And when did you make your first proposal to anyone with regards to a potential fix to what you had discovered? Don't let me put words in your mouth, but what you had discovered was a pending financial loss to the plan.
We presented at the March board meeting showing over a $30 million loss. We also presented at the April and the May board meeting. At the May board meeting, we actually showed various levers, the employee contributions, the plan design changes, the state funding that could be done to help offset the losses.
And that was of 20 or 19? You said, I think you said May of 20.
May of 20.
Okay. And your before us today was solutions that I would have thought would have been in the initial discussion other than just pushing them off to the Medicare D plan. So in the April, May meeting, when you presented what you thought would be suggestions to improve the plan, were there other options on the table other than just putting the population off on the Medicare D plan?
That option had not been discussed yet.
What options were discussed at that meeting?
Increasing employee contributions, benefit design changes, increase in state funding.
And the cost, the price tag associated with those was what?
They varied. We showed a table that showed that, you know, for every 1% increase in employee contributions, it would save X million dollars. Same thing for plan design changes.
Okay. And were you ever instructed to not share information with any of the legislative branch in your discussions with the board or with administration that might have given us early indication of this problem?
I was not.
Okay. And did you look at separating the medical from the pharmacy in order to find the savings that we need to sustain this plan without having to push the retirees off of the pharmaceutical plan?
I don't understand the question.
Did you look at the medical spend to the plan and try to come up with a solution as to how to find money to savings so that we would not have to push the retirees off onto the Medicare D plan?
Yes, sir. We looked at different options for increasing the active and pre-65 deductibles and out-of-pocket maximums.
And what is that represented in any of your handouts here today, or what was your conclusion?
The changes were relatively small, and it's not. There were the board did not recommend any plan changes.
Okay, then the final one is, in the presentation you're making today for a suggestion to resolve this, what will the cost be to the high-end users of the drugs? Because, you know, we've had discussions that some may actually benefit if they're pushed off to the Medicare D, and some may not, that they'll hit their donut hole faster, and, you know, we're getting calls from people that it's going to be financially devastating to them. So how would the proposal that you're making today impact those retirees who use the high-end cost drugs?
Based on this proposal, they would have the same impact it has on them today. They would stay in the plan and get their coverage through EBD.